Okay, so we haven't done one of these in a little bit, man, or talked about this, should I say. But playing GTA Online on PS5 is literally the best out here in 2026, man. Let me know what you guys think in your own opinion in the comments. I would appreciate it, man. So look, I have gotten the chance to play on, PS4, PS5, PS3 too. So all three generations of those consoles. And then, we used to talk really crazy about Xbox. Some of you guys may remember that. Some of you guys may not. But I actually did end up getting an Xbox Series S, and we did some review videos on there. We've done a few streams on there. And after comparing the two, like, they're not really, I don't know, man. I mean, there is quite a few tryhards on Xbox. I'm not going to lie. Quite a few tryhards on Xbox, and I'm not even going to lie on that. But I would say overall, like, after switching to several different types of lobbies and, seeing the different crews, which I'm not even into crews really anymore. I mean, I used to be in some back in PS4 days, just random ones. I even had my own crew for a little bit, which didn't last very long, but that's a whole nother story. But, going back and forth, or going all the way through PlayStation, and then, never did Xbox 360, never did Xbox One. So going to Xbox Series S, I mean, very similar, obviously, which doesn't make sense because they make you get the Xbox Series X to get performance RT with ray tracing. And on, PS5, you can have it on anything. I don't think they dumb it down on the digital. I don't have the digital version of the PS5, but I don't think they dumb it down on any of it. To me, that was crazy, and I didn't even know at first that they did that until I was looking at it. I'm like, hold on, this doesn't have DRT on it. So, which actually makes it a little bit sharper and shit like that. You can put it on performance still, but it is a little bit off compared to normal. Like I said, the crews are another thing I've noticed that's not as much. The Kexi crew, you guys remember that TikTok, if you want to call it a GTA famous TikTok crew that was, people were talking about like crazy for several months, and now that seems like that's dried out a long time ago. But that's like the main one I've heard of over on Xbox. I mean, PlayStation's had tons of different known crews, over the years. But I mean, regardless of crews, like I said, I'm not even in it for the crews. You know what I mean? There's some people that ask me still, or I still get random invites for some. They're like, "AT, you want to join this?" I'm like, dude, I usually just do my shit solo. You know what I mean? And if you guys watch this, you obviously know that whenever I'm in lobbies, all I do is just go in the lobbies and take anything and everything out that I can see, right? So, like I said, some of you guys are going to agree. Well, a lot of you guys will probably agree with me on this, and some of you guys may not. Some of you guys are probably long-term Xbox fans, which, like I said a minute ago, I used to absolutely just like, wow. Of course he left, or he probably lagged out. I used to talk absolutely crazy about Xbox, so I will say that Xbox has earned a little bit of my respect in a way. The interface, I mean, the console itself, besides like, okay, like trying to get clips for GTA is a pain in the ass on Xbox. Like, you got to format a USB drive, this and that. You can only get like 60-second clips, I think, which is ridiculous. I mean, I guess you could do it for like shorts and shit. They do not have an editing program on there like PlayStation does. The parties, well, and I don't even do parties anymore, but the party system isn't as good. The messaging system isn't as good. The way you send pictures isn't as good through there. There's just a lot of things that is better about PS5 than Xbox. But I do have another Xbox account now, so now I can actually get on Xbox and do another stream here soon, and maybe a couple videos. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as, I wish Rockstar would have come out with some way to get crossplay figured out between Sony and Microsoft, but that was, probably been a huge deal, and mainly them. I think if it was up to just Rockstar, it would have happened a long time ago. Maybe in GTA 6 we'll see that huge crossover. That would be insane. I think that'd be like a major step for GTA 5, or sorry, GTA 6 online when we get it. At this point for GTA 5, there'd be no point in adding that. I mean, people would, it'd be bad, it'd be dope, but people wouldn't like, I don't know, it just wouldn't be worth it. Kind of like fucking starting out this late isn't worth it necessarily, and grinding, which is what a lot of other people are doing. I mean, tons of low levels still starting to this day. It's absolutely insane. But some people have good reasonings, like other than what I just said, for why they choose to stay on PlayStation versus Xbox. Not to mention the controller, dude. The controller is, to me, a lot better on PS5 because, you know, the analog sticks are actually even. They're not, you know, one's in the one corner, one's on the bottom, the D-pad's at the bottom. Like, that whole setup is just kind of weird. Now, if you grew up on Xbox and played it all the time, then obviously that's going to be the better fit for you, maybe, unless you were just super late on getting a PlayStation and you're like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. I don't know. That's like one of the main things I can't stand. Like, sniping on Xbox is hella weird. Maybe some of you guys completely disagree with that, but sniping on Xbox is crazy weird. And go ahead and lay that shit down. What the fuck? Yeah, lay that shit down. Santy 21A. Imagine naming your gamer tag that. Come on, man. But you know, things have just changed over time. Besides the fact of like crews and different interface features and shit like that, like GTA Online has just changed in general. I think it's kind of whack that they take away some of the spec abilities on Xbox compared to PlayStation. And like I said, man, like other things within the console are also not that great, which is disappointing. But as far as GTA goes, man, I mean, I will say that it really isn't like insanely bad. And there are a lot of full lobbies. There are quite a few tryhards. I would say there's more tryhards on PlayStation than Xbox any day, 100%. As far as griefers or anything like that, I know there are some on Xbox, but I think overall PlayStation just has like the higher end of majority of players like that know how to play and that have, you know, competitive PvP based crews in 2026. So and that could change in the future, you know. And not to mention that damn Xbox, I don't know about you guys, but my Xbox Series S, dude, and I had that shit on, especially running it through my capture card and stuff. That damn thing gets so, you can cook eggs on that shit. It gets so warm. But I mean, my PS5, you know, it might get a little bit warm in the back, but I mean, I had that shit on over 24 hours and it barely felt like it was even warm. Which I also got a cooler for it and stuff like that now, but just crazy, man, just crazy. So I gotta know what you guys think about this for real, because there's certain comments that still come across my other videos where I say imagine playing on Xbox or this and that. They're like, well, didn't you get one? And I'm like, yes, I did. You know, and I did that mainly to review videos for you guys and use it as content, but every now and then it is fun to do a video over there and maybe a stream, like, you know, do a couple hours streaming it. But it just doesn't have that same vibe, man. Not to mention the controller is just terrible. I mean, I maintain it, and it's essentially the same controls as, you know, the PS5 controller, just completely different feel. And to me, that feel is, it's hella weird. And the buttons are hella sensitive, and yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, man. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, turn on your post notifications, and you guys have a good one. Peace.